1/4 inch braided elastic. The reason that is because the hems on a lot of these t-shirts are only big enough to take that in. Now when I lay this out to according to t-shirt, I lay it out flat like this, and I take the elastic and I lay it out in the bottom like this, and I put about 6 inches on the shirt. And then we got the ruler showing it. I start from the very edge of the t-shirt, make sure the t-shirt's stretched out completely. And then we go from the edge here and go about 6 inches. And you got to have that so that you can get it over your shoulders and everything else. Then when you're done with that, then we cut it off. Put that away. Put this away. Make sure it's all right yet. Double check, make sure it looks good. It looks good to me. Then we take a scissor, just take a little tiny scissor, open up the lip, and always try to do it on the side. You're always going to remember. Don't put it anywhere else, but always put it on the edge so that way you remember where it is. And you just take a little and just cut it. Just a little eyelet. That's all you do. That's all you do. See? That's all the bigger you cut it. That's it. A little tiny one like that. So that's all the bigger it is right there. No bigger than that. You don't need it. Don't cut through the other side, right there. Then what you do, so all I got is right here is a little tie strap, wherever it is. That's all I got. And I string it through. Bring it through like this. And take a little staple. Staple it. Just like that. And I feed it through. Now when you do this, make sure you don't run it this edge through. So sometimes what I do is I have one of these. I'm sure everybody's got one of these. They put them on the edge like this here, fold it over, put an edge so that way you don't run it through. Otherwise you have to rethread it again. And just pull it through. Just feed it through. Just keep pulling through. Feed it. Pull. Feed. Pull. Keep feeding it, just like that. Then when you get about right there, then don't try to pull too much more. Just keep feeding it through. You should have enough to get through. And you should be able to come right through this little outlet right there. And just keep pulling. Don't pull too much because you will pull that staple out. There you are. You pull hard, pull the staple out, pull that staple out. Take that off. Take that off. And there you are. Now, what you do now is you take the two ends and you be sewing them like that right there. Just like that. Putting it together like that. And you take a needle. You start sewing both ends. Just like that. I'm not a professional sewer. Typical male. Find the outlet here. Let's see. There you go. I feed that right through like that. People do it their own way. I just feed it through, just so you get it sewed together. Doesn't matter how good it is, what it looks like, because nobody's going to see what it looks like inside the t-shirt. You just want to make sure it's sewed good. Make sure you do both sides. Because all t-shirts I've done, I've had years of use of them, and I've only had one come loose. Knock on wood. And every once once you cross, every once in a while, you just take your thread and cross it through. So kind of put knots in it. It doesn't have to look pretty, okay? Nobody's going to see it. Remember that. You just want to make sure it's tied tight. Put plenty in there because you're never going to see it again. But you want to make sure it stays. Kind of knot it. Every time you go through, take your thread through like this, and that kind of knots it. Okay. Then you take the thread, cut it, and you take it, you stretch it. You stretch it out just like this. And all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. See that? And all you do is you sew that little hole shut. I'll get a little more thread, I'll feed that through. Get all my stuff off here. Find the end of the thread here somewhere. I get the right one, maybe I don't have the right end. There we go. Got her. And tie a knot in the end of it, just like that. There you go. And you always know on the left side of the shirt, you always know where that hole is. There she is. You just sew that baby shut. Just like that. Just keep sewing it shut.
Are you sewing the elastic too
No,
with
no,
it,
no.
or just the shirt?
Just the shirt. I'm just sewing the eyelet shut.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you sew it. You can if you want. You know, it don't matter. If you sew it, it doesn't matter. I'm just sewing the eyelet shut. Now, if you got a gray shirt, you use gray thread. If you have an orange shirt, you use orange. Now, just make sure you tie this thing tight. So that way when you sew it, it's not gonna, when you wash it or anything, in case it's gonna come apart. We're very professional here, you can see. Cut that off. Cut the little tab off here. And you take this, take all this stuff away. And what you do is you stretch it like that. And there you got the tuck, no tuck.